So let me be clear, gentlemen, don't wear this. And this right here, don't even try it, even if someone pays you to wear it. And for the love of baby Tom Ford, never wear this. Don't worry, gents. In today's video, we're talking about fashion trends that are actually wearable. Let's start things off with the color of the year, classic blue. Now, when it comes down to the color of the year, there have been some really bad picks. Neon green, hot pink, yeah, the 1980s is calling you back. Classic blue is great for suits, for shirts, for trousers, even shoes. Now I get it, some of you guys are saying this sounds boring or I've already got my classic blues. Here's the advantage. Because it's the color of the year, they're gonna make more clothing, especially on the fashion side, in these colors. So guess what? You're gonna be able to stock up your wardrobe with some of these pieces at bargain basement prices whenever they don't sell anything. So watch for these pieces, guys. Take advantage this year of classic blue. The next wearable trend, two-tone jewelry. Now we saw this jewelry trend start over on the women's side. It's now migrated to the men's side. This is great for us for a few reasons. First up, two-tone jewelry has been around forever, guys. This isn't something you have to worry about going out of style. I mean, for thousands of years, men have adorned themselves with jewelry that had two tones to it. So you buy a piece, you're not gonna have to worry about it going out of style within a year, within 10 years, within 20 years. Now let's talk about options as well. Because this is going to be trending, we're gonna see it in bracelets, we're gonna see this in rings, we're gonna see this in watches. Manufacturers who wouldn't normally maybe make a two-tone are gonna decide to do it. Next up, when it comes to two tones and options, guys, it's not just about silver and gold. There's variations of silver. There's variations of, you can go steel and gold, steel and variation, rose gold. Tons of different, looks out there. So you may want to go for it right on the band. You may decide, hey, I want to go for straight silver on the band, but I want to have more of a rose gold around the bezel. Point being is you can find it from $100 to $500 to thousands of dollars. It's up to you just simply to go out there and look. Oh, and a pro tip about two-tone jewelry. If you've always been a silver guy, if you've always been a gold guy, two-tone is a great way to actually bridge the gap and try something new. Now, the next two trends, I'm going to put them together. That is stacked boots and Chelsea boots. This particular style right here is a classic Chelsea. A Chelsea is not going to have laces. This is going to be a slip on and off boot. I absolutely love this trend. Why? Chelseas are comfortable. They are incredibly versatile. You can dress them up. You can dress them down. I think you can wear Chelseas with a suit if it's the right style, but you can also wear them with jeans. It really depends on the color and, again, the style. Now, stacked boots, what is that? That's actually when down at the heel, we're going to see a little bit more on the heel, sometimes as much as a full inch, but more likely we're going to see about half an inch increase to even a quarter of an inch. So most guys aren't going to notice it too much, but you may find a lot of boots being sold right now are going to have a little bit more height on them, which is great because it's going to make it look taller, make it look leaner. Now, what about styles? What about colors? Right here, you're going to see I have a suede in gray. This is going to match almost anything, but it's a bit more casual than that solid black. I've also got this one right here, and we see in a light brown, but notice the build of this. This is a Goodyear welt. It's a heavier, clunkier overall build. This would be great with jeans. Not so much of a suit, but this one right here, yeah, you could wear this with a casual suit. This one is going to have a Blake stitch. It's a more elegant, just sleeker looking design. Notice how the heel is a little bit shorter and it's definitely a little bit smaller. Overall, this is going to fit closer to the foot. This one right here, you could definitely wear with a suit. I know I have, and I love the color right here. We've got oxblood. So if you're into black, look to go with oxblood. And that's the great option about this trend, guys, is you're going to have more manufacturers putting out Chelseas, giving you more options. The next two fashion trends I think you can jump on, but you got to be careful. Wide lapels and double-breasted jackets. Let me warn you about the dangers of each. So with wide lapels, if you're a skinny guy, if you're a small guy, be careful of the wide lapel trend. If you're a larger guy, a big heavy set guy, this can proportionally work for you. It's the same reason why that big heavy guy, I would never recommend skinny lapels or skinny neckties, because proportionally it doesn't work for your build, and that is key. If you're going to go with the wide lapel, then you probably already maybe have some wide neckties. You know that this works for you, so jump on it while it's trendy and you got more options. With double-breasted jackets, you need to know what you're looking for and what is a classic configuration of the buttons. Let's look at the 6-button configuration. You never want to go for the V. But right here, this Y, this is classic. Now, when it comes to a 4-button configuration, you will see a square and you will see a bit of a V like that. Either one of those, perfectly fine. But with the 4-button configuration, this is oftentimes on smaller jackets. The 6-button is what we're going to see on larger men and larger jackets. Now, what about the smaller guy? What about the skinny guy? How can you still pull off the wider lapel? The answer is the peak lapel. And I've got a pair of peak lapels right here. You notice that the placement of the lapel is a bit higher. The overall width is always going to be wider. This is a classic configuration, a bit dressier than a notch lapel and definitely more timeless than a wide notch lapel. So if you're a smaller guy, look for the peak lapel. I think they can make you look amazing. The next wearable trend, stripes. It's wearable because stripes have been around for a long time in menswear. They're classic. They're not so much interchangeable, but for business, for the right man who simply loves the lines that they create, they allow the eyes to go up and down. They do create a slimming profile. This may be the year to stack up. Now, when we look at shirts, there's classic type of stripes. Colors are going to be blue. Anything on white, you're going to see reds, you're going to see pinks, you're going to see variations of lavender. But remember, stick with the classic colors and go for the classic type of stripes. We're talking Bengal stripes. We're talking candy stripes. Now, when we look at jackets and suits, what are we going to see? You want to go for a chalk stripe. That's going to be ultra casual. Or you want more of a business look, go for the pinstripe. Pro tip. Stripes are great, but stripes aren't perfect. If you're building an interchangeable wardrobe, a striped suit is not going to be one of your first 3 suits. It's just simply something that's too memorable and it's more business associated. In fact, stripes, when you wear them, you mean business. Hence why the New York Yankees wear stripes when they go out on the field. Next up, gents, we've got vests. To be specific, multifunctional vests. And over on the fashion side, we're going to see some horrendous options. They're going to have tons of pockets, tons of zippers, and all crazy colors and stuff. Avoid those. What you want to look for are in the classic menswear brands. They're going to put out some vests as well. And these are going to probably be more muted in their colors, just classic colors. The designs are going to be ones that we've seen before, but they're going to realize, hey, we got to jump on this trend. That's good for you. It's all about options. A casual vest that you can throw on over a shirt when you're working out in the yard, a great piece to add to your wardrobe. Or maybe a dressier vest that you can actually wear with one of your suits, even in a contrasting color, can bring a lot of pop to an outfit. Now, gents, if you're clueless about vests, you want to check out this infographic right here. I go into a lot more detail. I talk about the different types, the different colors, different configurations. I will link to it down in the description over on my website where, guys, I've got tons of useful tools, infographics, ebooks, tons of free resources, an app that you can download and use whenever you want. Next up on the list, high-waisted trousers. Now, most trousers actually used to be high-waisted till we had the rationing during World War II, and we saw the trouser line go down from the natural waist, which is near the belly button, to actually at the waist that we see most jeans sit at nowadays. And that's why we use belts versus suspenders, because suspenders worked more with the high trousers. So why is it great that we've got options? Because, guys, if you've ever wanted to transition to suspenders, if you've ever wondered what it's like, now you're going to find tons of options out there, and you're going to continue to see this for the next few years. I advise that you go into a store and you simply try it on. See how it looks, especially if you're a bit bigger around the midsection. You may find a high-waisted pair of trousers actually lengthens your leg line, makes you look taller. Just FYI, if you decide to go that route, look to wear suspenders and maybe bring in a sports jacket. Now, this fashion trend I absolutely love, and that is the monochromatic look. I've talked about this again and again, making it so you use a uniform color up and down. Now, do you have to go with the same exact color? No, I mean, you don't have to match your sports jacket exactly to your shirt, but you want to go in general with maybe lighter colors or darker colors. What this does, it allows the eyes to go up and down. We don't get fixated maybe on a middle area. If you've got a bit of extra weight around the midsection and you wear a white shirt with black trousers and you have a belt going across there, where do you think our eyes are going to stop? Right at your midsection, where we can see your stomach is kind of going over the trousers. It's not an attractive look, and I know you're working on that. You're wanting to improve yourself. Well, throw on a sports jacket that more closely matches those trousers, and you've created a much better look, more monochromatic. You built up your shoulders, just a great look overall. So the whole monochromatic thing, I am on board with. The next trend to jump on, biker jackets. You guys know there's a wide range of different leather jackets out there. One of the styles being biker jackets. I absolutely love this style. And if you want to learn more about leather jackets, check out this guide. Because I know a lot of you guys, maybe you're going to go out there and spend hundreds, if not $1,000 on a good leather jacket. I want to make sure that you know what you're getting, that you can look at the different types of leather, you know the different types of styles. You watch this video, you will know more than 99% of people out there, and you will be able to find the right jacket for you.